The Celtic board drama continues. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. And there wouldn't be a day in Scottish football without the Celtic board getting pelters. And it's Friday, we're approaching the weekend, and you know what that means. Chris Sutton does his usual Record Sport column, and the headline reads: "Fair play to under fire Celtic board for uniting a fan base by pissing them all off." He's not wrong, it's Chris Sutton. I mean, literally everybody is pissed off. You're never going to get 100% in that category. But anyway, let's see what he had to say. We're not going to read all of it, but we'll read the juicy parts, so to speak. Credit where it's due. The Celtic board are under severe pressure, but they have pulled off one remarkable feat in the last few weeks. End of quote there for Chris Sutton. So yeah, I mean, he's bang on the money. That's basically just to repeat the intro, but he says, and I quote, "That's good going when you have a support the size of Celtic's. They succeeded in pissing them all off. The summer transfer window was a slow moving train wreck. Plenty of us, including the manager and club captain, were warned well in advance. But last week's haughty and ill-judged statement on the back of the muck being thrown around by Brendan Rodgers has proved to be the straw that's broken the camel's back. That is what happens when fans feel like they are being taken for granted and fed nonsense. A huge backlash. The noise from supporters, groups and individual fans is deafening. And with votes of no confidence, proposed Europa League boycotts and numerous methods of protest in the pipeline, it says it all when Celtic supporters associations are coming out and having a go. It probably seems like madness to those on the outside, given Celtic have won 13 at the last 14 titles. I totally get the fan frustration. They want to see the club being ambitious beyond Scotland, maximising its potential and giving supporters a bang for their buck. And they feel they are being shortchanged. There's millions in the bank and gaps on the park, and they feel like it's their investment that's not being used properly. The question is, what happens now? Another statement is not going to cut it, that's for sure. The last one was a disaster. I can't for the life of me understand how the club's hierarchy could write that, then read through it and not think it was going to make the situation even worse. It was so dismissive. You can't belittle supporters, talking down their noses and treating them like fools. They are not just simply paying customers who should just shut up and keep stumping up. They invest in their club financially and otherwise." End of quote. I mean, there is a lot to unpack there from the big man Sutton, alright, and I think the big one is, it may seem like madness to everyone outside that after 13 out of 14 trophies, league titles that is, and countless other cups, that they're greeting. But I think what needs touched on a wee bit more is probably the fact that, is there any appreciation shown for this current board? People may say, oh well, it's the bare minimum. It's the bare minimum. Who made it the bare minimum? The Celtic board made it the bare minimum. I just don't understand how the supporters are literally so ungrateful to this board. It's not, thanks for all you've done, but we do feel like it's time for you to move on. Fans just aren't very appreciative at the end of the day. Like, here, there's a scenario where it's 2012 onwards, where those couple of years, you know, oh, Derek McInnes is Aberdeen. Maybe they could have won a few leagues, but they didn't, right? Motherwell as well were up there. What if more cups and leagues were lost? Well, I mean, but no, the board aren't appreciative for any of that. Now, Sutton went on to say, they can talk about long-term success in Scotland, and that is true, but on the flip side, there has been 5 failed Champions League qualifications in a row, and an inability to build on the signs of progress last season. End of quote. So, right, some people will argue, well, why can't you have both, right? Why can't you win all the trophies Celtic can and do that? I understand that, right? I will take that on board. But at the same time, what would you rather? Winning as many trophies as Celtic won domestically over like the last, 14 years? Or would you rather qualify for the Champions League consistently every year for qualifying rounds, but give up like half the trophies or even more? Except, you know, as much as Champions League football is great, folks, and European football is great, give me the trophies domestically every day of the week. Every single day of the week, man. I mean, it's like, come on, most people my age, trebles, doubles, come on. I want to experience it as an adult. You know what I mean? I don't want to be experiencing it as a kid and then no experience it till I get my pension. That'd be rank rotten. Damn right. So, I mean, we'll have to wait and see how this is going to play out. We know there's a late protest planned for the Kelly game, but like we hinted in that vid yesterday, I do believe that the Celtic are one bad result away from an absolute meltdown. I mean, look how bad it is in their winning games. Like, what is it genuinely going to be like if they draw games? Like, say Hearts go to the top, let's say Hearts beat Rangers tomorrow, which they might. Oh, tune into the SPFL preview show to see what we've got to say on that. Hearts could go top, Celtic could easily draw against Killie. It's always been a bogey place. Killie are undefeated. I'm not going to claim four draws as the pinnacle of football, because that would mean putting a wee bit of credit on Martin. Obviously, a different kettle of fish from Motherwell and Killie having 4 draws and Rangers having 4 draws. But the fact of the matter is this: the Celtic board aren't going anywhere, and I'm not saying they should remain quiet. I think they've definitely got a case to be pissed off, Celtic fans, but at the same time, I don't think showing a bit of appreciation for what they've done over the years is wrong. I think you can have both. So yeah, leave your thoughts down below. That's Sutton's thoughts on this Friday afternoon and mine, me reacting to it. Be back later, preview show. I think there's a game on Friday night as well, the night.